How can average working citizens like us, how can we reform our unjust financial system to erode the wealth and power of big banks, traditional corporations, and the super rich, and redistribute that wealth and power to average working citizens without relying on politicians and regulations? This is the question we ask on the Crowd Effect podcast. I am your host, Paul Lovejoy, activist, investment advisor, and founder of Stakeholder Enterprise. So, I was at the pharmacy recently, and I only had a couple of items in my hand. And I look over to the checkout line and I see that there's kind of a big line. So I go over to the next line, and again, I see a couple people waiting there. And then I look over to those self service checkout lines, and I see that one of them is available. So I go over there and I scan my items, and I'm on my way. It's saving me, maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes you can wait kind of long depending on what's going on at these checkout lines. Anyways, saving 5 minutes, I think for most people is big. Who wants to stand in line? Nobody. Okay, so why am I talking about self service checkout line? Well, today we are going to be talking about one of the five steps to success to making sure we have the best possible chance in reforming our financial system. Now, one of those steps is automation. Automation and human history goes way back. So, some of the first automated uh, tools that we had were windmills and water wheels. Before that, we had to take grains and use this mortar and pestle or something similar, and really grind to mill the grains so that they were be able to turn into flour, and we could use them to make bread and so forth. Now, with the invention of the windmill, the wind instead created, allowed for the mill to turn and crush the grains automatically, so that they can increase their production, exponentially. Huge leap forward. Now, automation has the term automation got its was coined in the late 40s by someone at the Ford Motor Company. I forget the gentleman's name, but it was to uh, create auto, uh, create these systems of mechanical devices that just did repetitive, um, drilling and screws, things like that, over and over again. And so automation, that was how the word came about. Now, how can we automate reform? Now, in my previous three episodes, I talked about the different vehicles, democratic vehicles of change to use uh, in reforming our financial system. That was crowd lending, equity crowdfunding, and real estate crowdfunding. Now, it's incredible because all three types of vehicles of change can be automated. So y- there are crowd lending sites and equity crowdfunding and real estate crowdfunding sites where they will automatically draft money out of your account if you select to do so, and automatically invest for you. Then they will automatically reinvest for you when you're getting returns on your investment. So this is a way for reform to be automated. And while you're sleeping, we can be slowly eroding that wealth and that power from the big banks, from the corporations, from the super rich, by putting that wealth and power into our pockets and into our lives by through automation. And this is one of the keys to the five steps to success so we can have that best chance. So when we're looking to reform anything, we want to have that automation component to it to make it as easy as possible. So that's all we're going to be talking about today. Tomorrow, we'll go over another step of success. And in the meantime, I am a crowd investor and I see you are one too. I'll see you next time.